Guys, this quick toot is going to be more of a quick tip on mixing, so I'm going to give away a couple tips here. So what I've done in this track is I've gone over to my reverb return channel and I've turned it on and off a few times during the track, and the reason why I've done that is because I want my drop to be very clear and I only want my kick drum to be the main point of focus when it drops. So let's just listen to it really quickly. And I've achieved that by just turning the reverb off. I've also automated it so it's off completely when that, when the pre-drop vocal comes in, and then it pops back on when it needs to. Let's just listen to it in the mix. 8,000 miles away. And yeah, that's a cool tip that you can do. You want the drop to be not very busy. You want the kick to be the main point of focus. The next tip I would like to give away is one I've given away before, and one that I'm sure you all know, but it's dipping your master. If you want to do it in the mix, you can do it in the mix. I do it in the mastering phase, so I can push the limiter into that master volume, but you can do it 1, 2, 3 dB. It's up to you, depends on the mix, and it really helps pop back up when the drop comes in. 8,000 miles away from cool stuff. The next tip I'd like to give away that I do is just being really diligent in where your elements sit. So I got these claps here for rhythm. Very impactful, but what I've done is I've got them out of the way of each other, and they sit quite well together. If I pan one 30 to the left and the other one should be 30 on the right, not 50. But yeah, if you solo them, they sound quite wide, and then you put them in mono and they drop like 1 dB or so. They sit quite well in the mix together in stereo and mono, so that relationship's really good in my opinion. The next tip is I have a clap that comes in here, like so, for rhythm. That sounds really good in my opinion. What I've done is, because there's 2 claps going on, I've dropped 1, 5 dB or so, the impact claps I've dropped, and I left the crisp clap up the top there, and just got them out of the way of each other. That's a really good tip, and that all adds up if you do that over the course of your track. Those little things really add up in my opinion. The next thing I've done is the toms. If I open them up, they're pretty busy and they're very they draw people's attention if they were up all the way. So I asked myself, and you should probably ask yourself these things too, is what do I want from my toms? And that's rhythm. And do they really need to have all that mid-range and top end to create rhythm? And the answer is no. So I've put them in key with the frequency shifter, and I've just used the low mids and got them out of the way of the kick, obviously. And they sound a lot cleaner, and they leave room for the listener to focus on the other elements like the saws and the acids and that driver that's going on there. So yeah, the tip that I'm leaving you with is mixing is basically volume control and EQ, and to a lesser extent compression. It's just the relationship between elements, and I think the mixing bleeds into your creative process, so don't overdo it with the creativity. Keep mixing in mind later, and it all bleeds into each other, from creating to mixing to mastering. But I feel like I've gotten good at mixing just by making track after track for 6 years, so I'm sure that you will too, and I'm sure that you guys can teach me something down the line. So thanks for watching. I appreciate your comments and follows and whatnot. Follow me for more quick toots and quick tips, and yeah, bye.